Merle Similar has been part of the Fairburn Fire Department for about 20 years now. This structure fire right behind me is probably the worst he's ever seen. The reaction seen on these kids' faces after receiving one of these fully stocked backpacks is more than money could ever buy. Over 400 plungers were freezing for a reason at this year's Polar Plunge. The goal? To raise over $100,000, and they're confident that they did. Press Start is closing the gap between generations. It's actually steering that younger generation to enjoy what their parents once played. Well, I would have asked the Buffalo if this myth was true or not, but they respectfully declined to answer. I think it's safe to say that this myth has been busted. In Custer State Park, Brent Wise, KOTA Territory News. A fatal accident in Hill City left one man dead last night. Your news starts now. Good evening, I'm Brent Wise, and Merry Christmas Eve to you. Shortly after 5 p.m. last night, a 54-year-old man was killed in a head-on collision. The man was driving southbound on Highway 16 when he missed a curve and crossed the center line. 3 people were in the other vehicle. The driver has serious life-threatening injuries, while the 2 passengers received minor injuries. The South Dakota Highway Patrol is still investigating whether or not either driver was wearing a seatbelt. About 10 minutes ago, we had a person carried out into an ambulance just right behind me. You can see there's a red car that collided with the train. Now, this happened at Radar Hill Road and Highway 1416. That's about a quarter of a mile from where we are right now, so that's about how far the car was carried by the train to this location. Now, we do have a tow truck on hand right now, as well as Highway Patrol. We had search and rescue here, Box Elder, and Rapid City Emergency Services. They were here to help and assist in any way they can. We did speak with the Highway Patrol officer that said there was one person in the car. That was the person that was transported, but there's been no other reports besides there's serious injuries at this time. We'll keep you updated as we find out more. Mike? Well, the YMCA is offering something new, and no, it's not a new YMCA dance. They have a new membership geared towards the after hours. The Night Owl membership is designed for people who want access to the Randy Travis Wellness Center when the YMCA is traditionally closed. Night Owl membership costs $15 a month and the joiner's fee of $25. Members will receive a key fob that will grant them access on the 9th Street side of the Y. During the Night Owl hours, members have access to the Randy Travis Wellness Center, the zone, and the lower level restrooms. The main YMCA facility, however, will be closed. The Night Owl membership access will start January 2nd. And it's nearing the end of December, which means there's a good chance you're thinking about those New Year's resolutions. Our Jill Langland went to the Rushmore Mall to find out what some people are planning for 2018.
Less chocolate, less sweets, but mostly chocolate.
Now, I am trying to cut out on some of the fast food eating, but don't ask me to give up chocolate because it's just not happening. But to succeed in reaching your goals, keep them simple, hold yourself accountable, and find the small victories on your way to your goal. Well, it's National Bacon Day, and we found the person that is obsessed with bacon. She goes by Baconella. She has bacon earrings, socks, and even a tattoo of bacon. Later on, Santa Claus even came out to give out some presents, which were all donated through those in the town and the school district. And if you didn't make it to Belle Fourche and are looking for a place to eat, the options are pretty limited today, but there's still at least one place in Rapid City that's open every day of the year. That's Denny's. The Denny's on La Crosse Street in Rapid City was jam-packed today. The restaurant manager says business non-stop. While Denny's has a wide variety on their menu from breakfast through dinner options, we wanted to know what was the hottest seller today. The city of Deadwood is working hard to protect the city from potential wildfires, and they are doing it with the help of a grant from the Community Planning Assistance for Wildfire program. Deadwood is one of 8 communities in the nation to be selected for the grant, and rather than giving money, the grant gives resources. Wildfire experts will help Deadwood officials write a program to fit the needs of the community. The focus of the program will be on property protection, helping residents and the city to prevent large structure losses in case of a wildfire, and being aware of the potential threats to properties. While the effects of the program may not be seen right away, Nelson says the grant is a major benefit for the city of Deadwood. Back in September, we told you about a 5th grader, Greer Raridan, was matched up with a puppy, which would eventually be his service dog to help him with his case of autism. Well, this Thanksgiving, we met up with another family that's in a similar situation, except their service dog is fully trained. I met up with the Boyles to see what difference their service dog has made in their lives. The Boyle family is also working to educate people on the differences between service dogs and emotional support dogs. Only service dogs are protected by the ADA to go in public places. They are working animals and are extensively trained to do their job. On average, 22 military vets commit suicide in the United States each day. Up to 20% of the veterans of the Iraq and Afghanistan wars have been diagnosed with PTSD. I met up with one Air Force veteran who suffers from PTSD to see how he's helping others living with the same issue through an organization called Mission 22.
You see things and you do things over there, and it replays in your mind over and over and over again. It never really goes away.
Memories playing in his head. Memories he can't shake. Memories of his best friend dying.
Roadside bomb exploded, and my friend Carl, unfortunately, was in the truck that it had exploded. His loss was something that hits me hard. I was responsible for him. It was my job to make sure he came back. And him not coming back, something's haunted me quite a bit.
In his time with the Air Force, Cooper was deployed to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
It was just like going up and down on a roller coaster. It was all, there was days you could feel every kind of emotion possible. Some days just happiness, some days nothing but sadness.
Cooper left the war, but was still in a battle. This time, he was fighting himself.
You feel so just hopeless, worthless, broken, unlovable. You find yourself wondering, would everybody else's life be better if you weren't here?
Cooper was nearly one of the 22 veterans a day that commit suicide.
There were times where I'd held a gun in my hand. You know, I pointed at it and I sat there and looked at it, thinking, I can end all this pain, I can end all this suffering, the flashbacks that never go away, the nightmares that wake me up at night will go away.
But now he has a different perspective on life. He's using every day to help other veterans going through the same thing he goes through.
I'm part of an organization that helps veterans who are going through the same things that I'm going through. And talking to them and helping them out makes it a lot easier.
And his mission is not over yet.
If I can make it through those darkest, hardest days of my life, I can make it through anything.
Now, if you'd like to donate to Mission 22, the Rush is donating proceeds on Wednesday the 15th, Chuck a Puck. If you attend the Rush game on the 16th of March, they will also have auctions and other activities where you'll be able to donate to Mission 22 as well.
No Shave November is over, and our Brent Wise is beardless after a month of growing out his beard. But he met back up with the fire department to see how their month went. Brent?
That's right, Madison. The face is a little bit colder, and it would be shaven off right when it starts to get cold outside. Well, we kicked off the month talking with the Rapid City Fire Department about the funds that they were raising while growing out their mustaches, and we wanted to check back in with them. We also wanted to see how that No Shave November went for them.
Mustaches are coming in pretty good in most cases. In some cases, there are some really, really good ones, and there are some really, really sad ones. But the good news is there are a lot of them.
There's good and bad in everything. Not everyone is able to grow a mustache, especially as glorious as this one. And there's some that, because of the color of their hair, you just can't see it.
There's some great ones here. Some probably best in the city, I'd say.
Nearly the entire crew tried to grow mustaches, but a few that couldn't got creative.
A member of our crew he never left the starting gate. He was unable to even compete.
I was disqualified again this year for using shoe polish. Not a few guys here can't grow mustaches, so we resort to different tactics to raise money for the kids. I was sick of being the worst mustache in the department, and we wanted to raise some money. No one's going to donate to that mustache. So.
This is the 4th year the Rapid City Fire Department has raised money while growing their facial hair. This year, they decided to donate to Youth and Family Services.
We try to stay in the realm of gym equipment or some type of physical fitness program. So this year it's going to help them purchase some more gym equipment for the children of their program.
It was all for a good cause, but there's probably a lot less hair around the department today.
I think there are more than a few of us that can't wait for the 30th so they can shave them off. And that includes spouses and significant others.
There's a few that don't look that great, so I'm glad to see those gone too.
Now, if you search RCPD Local 1040 No Shave November, they have left the GoFundMe account open just for a little bit longer for those last-minute donations. I want to thank everybody who participated in No Shave November in any way.